think main reason was they were able to guarantee me to start against, at least against left-handed pitchers, to start the year, and then from there on, anything can happen. And the Yankees have a really good lineup as well, just like the Dodgers, but they have a lot of right-handed hitters, and their lefties are not platoon guys.
What's up, dude? First off, congratulations.
Thank you.
He's back.
What up? How you guys doing?
Great. Before we get into all of that, who was your favorite player growing up?
Ken Griffey Jr. 90s kid. It's hard to not be your favorite player,
Where did you
Even
see
though
him
in
play?
Puerto Rico we never got to watch this, they weren't on television.
No. I mean, like what team? Like what team do you associate Ken Griffey Jr. with?
Seattle. Come on.
Okay.
Why, you thought Cincinnati?
I mean, there's an age group that doesn't remember seeing him in Seattle.
Well, I was born in 91. I wasn't born in the 2000s like most of the cool kids in the show now. So
last year for Griffey with Seattle was 99.
99.
So yeah, you got some time there.
That's his prime little league, like prime. Hey, don't turn your hat around. Yeah, right. I'm keeping my hat backwards. That's.
I had the turfs, I had the cleats, I had the batting gloves, even though I only used them to practice because in the game it felt weird to hit with batting gloves. So, I mean, he had the swag, he had the style, and being the best player in the game at that time kind of helps too. So,
Kike, congratulations. You're a Dodger. Before we get to the Dodger specifics, can you take us, and AJ is going to have a rebuttal here, but can you take us?
Why are you shaking your head?
Because you made a promise to us and you broke our promise, so I'm mad at you. So when I see you, I'm going to yell at you.
Listen, that promise is not very valid because last time I was on this show, I think it had been like 24 hours post surgery, and I was like trying to keep that a secret. So I was under a lot of drugs. I don't remember what we talked about here.
So it's not admissible in court, is what you're saying?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, anyways, congratulations.
Anesthesia.
What an explanation! That's not what I thought he was going to say. That's tremendous.
I don't know, but I don't know when he tweeted it out or when you put it out there. You put at myself. So just all you have to do is just change that to at Foul Territory Show. And boom, everything's admissible.
All right.
So Kike, take us through the process. From the early phone calls, the teams you spoke to, and there were good articles from good insiders, including Ken, about some other teams that were interested. There were a lot of teams interested, clearly. And then it almost sounded like the Dodgers kind of swooped in for the kill at the end.
I saw the article, and I think when it came down to the very end, the two teams that were at the end were not on that article. And I think maybe that was on purpose, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know who his sources were, because same as me as a fellow journalist, we don't have to say our sources. So it was a weird free agency. It was very different from 2020. I feel like I didn't choose, because I didn't choose to be a free agent these years, but 2020, obviously COVID, and teams were bleeding money, and owners don't have any money at all, and like always, poor guys. And same thing again this year. TV deals were affecting the market. So coming off back-to-back down years and having half the league's owners being bankrupt was not ideal. But there was no communication, little communication, then dead silence, and then a little communication, dead silence, and really things didn't start picking up till last 3 weeks or so. And at the end, the Tigers were very interested. The Angels were there, but never really made an offer. The Giants were kind of in there, but they were also waiting till the end to make an offer, and they ended up not making an offer. And there's a lot of teams that checked in just to see. They're like, hey, time keeps going by, and guys are starting to sign for really cheap, and we're wondering if he wants to sign for that cheap too. And I held my ground, and I was waiting for the right opportunity. Obviously, just trying to get a little little more money than the guys that got a little desperate at the end, and for me, it was all about the fit and the spot. I think it's a very important year for me as far as, um, healthy for the first time in a while, and getting to reestablish my market. It's very important for me to have a good season, and I feel like I'm one of those players that plays better on winning teams when the team's winning, and because of what I can bring to the table. And um, at the end, it came down to Dodgers or Yankees, big market only. But I chose the Dodgers because they have a lot of left-handed hitters. Obviously, I have familiarity. I didn't have to. I was already late to spring. I didn't have to pack my bags and fly to Florida and all that, and then move my family across the country. But Dodgers being here in Arizona was convenient, and also they have a lot of left-handed hitters in the lineup, and I think the main reason was they were able to guarantee me to start at least against left-handed pitchers to start the year, and then from there on, anything can happen. And the Yankees have a really really good lineup as well, just like the Dodgers, but they have a lot of right-handed hitters, and their lefties are not platoon guys. So the only way for me to get in the lineup was either to give guys days off, or to if in case somebody got hurt. And I'm not that type of guy that is in the locker room hoping that somebody gets hurt so that I can play. I understand that everybody needs to be healthy in order to win, and they have the team to go deep into October. So both options were great, and at the end it came all about Dodgers can at least guarantee me a bat to start the year, and we're back.
Kike, let's be honest. You're a Dodger at heart. You weren't signing with the Giants, dude. Like, come on. And the Yankees, dude, you played for the Red Sox. They did you a solid. They traded you back to the Dodgers. So you're not playing for the Yankees, dude. You were always going back to the Dodgers. And I'm so happy you're back there, because now we get to watch you do the – and what I want to know, though, is how did they already come up with a bobblehead? I saw on the show, on the game the other day, like they must have known this for a while, because they're like, Kike Hernandez bobblehead, June 24th, and it's you doing the whole thing with Freddie Freeman hips thing.
Yeah. So I thought I had a deal done in place with them like about a month ago. Obviously, they needed to move Margot, and in order for me to sign, and there's a trade. I guess there was a trade in place, and it fell apart overnight. I went to bed thinking we had a deal, and I woke up being unemployed again. And yeah, it just kind of dragged out, and at the end, I called Andrew last week, and I was like, "Hey, Andrew, I mean, I've been waiting, but I can only wait for so long. Games already started, and I'm getting to really get antsy." And I was like, "If we can't get it done this weekend, then I'm gonna have to move on and go somewhere else." And because I keep waiting, and opportunities are starting to go away because I'm waiting, and and at the end, they were down to their last day, and he made it happen. And I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be healthy. I'm excited, and the team is nasty. So I'm looking forward to hopefully everybody staying healthy, having a good regular season, and then hopefully we can do what this team is built to do, and is to go deep into October and to win a World Series, and hopefully this time through we can have a parade.
Are you calling? You said you called Andrew. Are you calling yourself, or is your agent doing that?
My agent talked to Andrew for 4 months of free agency, and Andrew has already traded for me twice, and he's acquired me 3 different times, on three different versions of acquiring me. So I feel like we have a good enough relationship where hey, you have couple more days, or we're moving away, because him and my agent have a really good relationship. He represents Yamamoto, and he represents Glass now, so soon enough he's probably going to have an office at Dodger Stadium. But for now, the relationship that me and Andrew, that dates back to like 10 years ago, I felt like I could talk to him. He knows me well enough, I know him well enough. We both respect each other tremendously, so we have that relationship to where I can just pick up the phone and tell him myself, like, hey, like, my agent's not bluffing. you have a couple more days, or I got to do what's best for my family.
Yeah, that's fair. Do you feel like you were mentioning the kind of the wave? Do you feel like it would get hit at the same time with conversations with teams? And then even, we talk about this sometimes. We've had vets on where they're like, it's not the C word, which Tony Clark referenced when he was on with us yesterday. But he said, but as we've talked about now, back to us on the show, there's computer models that are used by many teams. So they'll pump out a number. And that's why a lot of times free agents are like, yo, I got the same exact number from 3 teams.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say the C word, but I think the C word needs to be with a capital C, The timing of the calls were very similar. The numbers were pretty much the same throughout. Um, I think the Dodgers were the highest ones because I mean they one way that they talked to me through the free agency process was we have these compute like these programs that can project what this guy is going to do next year. But the problem with these programs is that they don't take injuries or things like this into consideration. So they just think that I was healthy and that's what I can do, what I've been doing, what I did last year. And obviously not just offensively, but my defensive numbers went down, which is something that's always been there. And the bat comes and goes because it's baseball. It's hitting is the hardest thing to do. But I mean, for me, I've never struggled defensively, and I felt like I struggled defensively all year long. And those are the things that the computer can't tell you that are going on. And they were like, we value him so highly because he was able to, do what he did last year, going through his struggles, and we know what he can do when he's healthy, and we're gonna bet on the player. And but like I said, calls were kind of around the same time. Silence period was kind of around the same time all the time. Numbers were pretty much the same. I don't know I think the teams that use these computer programs to project salaries and project numbers, they're all using the same one, and I think they all have the same password. So that's kind of how free agency's been going, and it's not just me, man. Like a lot of guys that were out there in free agency and are still out there are saying the same thing. So um, one of the I heard a lot this offseason was we're gonna make this offer, and if you don't take it within the next 2 days, we're gonna offer it to somebody else, and if they take it, it's off the table for you. That's something that was used a lot this offseason as well. Not just for me, but like other players too. So it was very interesting. But one thing I'm sure of, and it's that I'm glad it's over.
Do you think they were being honest? Do you think they were being honest in the sense of exactly what they just said? Like, are they giving that offer to somebody else?
I mean, I would believe so. Some of the uh, teams that did the same thing, like that did it to me, like ended up signing other players for less. So I guess the offer that was offered to me, nobody else took it, and they had to go with different avenues. But yeah, that's just how it goes. I think there's
Because you
only
see,
out of the guys that I know, only like I know of one guy that it happened to last year, and then I know one guy that it happened to this offseason. But that's just 2 players out of hundreds. So I don't know how many players it's been happened to, but I know of at least 6 or 7 that have been in that situation, and it only backfired on one of those guys this year.
yeah, because you know the team that offered you, you know how much they offered you, and then you know how that team either did or didn't fill that role. So after all this now, do you feel like the teams, I guess I don't want to use the word dishonesty, like they were leading you on just to bring your price down? Or do you think they actually wanted to win?
Uh, I think there are some guys, some teams trying to bring the value down. I think there's also teams that, hey, this is what we got, and I think some of the kind of like smaller market teams that I talked to, like I mean, I believe that that's all they had. That those are not teams to be known to spend a lot of money. But then there's also other teams that I know that have a lot in the bank, and that have made some big offers to bigger players, and haven't been able to land those players. But it's just I don't know. I don't. It's definitely been sketchy, and that is one word being thrown around by a lot of guys that were free agent this offseason is sketchiness.
What did you think about Bellinger's situation? Because obviously you've known Belly for a long time, and he's coming off a big year. So a lot of people thought it was like Boris versus some of these teams that are in bigger markets, but they don't want to spend the same anymore. Obviously, he's still got a lot of money in the grand scheme of life, but we're talking about baseball terms here. I think most people thought he was going to end up with a bigger guaranteed contract. I know he can hop back to the market, but what did you think of his whole process? Because he had to wait it out for a while too.
Man, I think I don't know what like I think that's when like analytics and things like this come into play. Like I was reading so many like things out there about like his exit velocity and things like that, how it's affecting his free agency. And I was like, look, this is plain and simple. Like this guy, yes, he had two down years in a row, like down. But if you look at it, like in 21, he had shoulder surgery in the off season. He goes into the season and he like breaks his leg first month of the year, and then he breaks a rib. Like this kid couldn't work out all season long, and he's already like a guy that can't put weight even if he like eats for three people at a time. And the next year he goes into next year, and it's kind of that. He's when you have a tough season like that, it can mess with your mind big time. And to go back, and obviously you're looking for answers, and sometimes your body doesn't allow you to do certain things, but we're so hard on ourselves that we refuse to believe that it's our body, or we refuse to put an excuse to it. So we look for answers in some other ways, and we try to change shit. And like sometimes you don't need to change shit. You just need to, trust yourself, and trust that, take a step back and realize, hey, you weren't healthy, and maybe, you're not doing things wrong. But if your body's not right, it's going to be hard to perform because it's a physical game. And, he had two tough years, and sometimes all it takes is a change of scenery. And he goes out to Chicago and he does it all year long. He hits over 300. He hits over 20 homers. He had elite defense in center, elite defense at first. Like he steals bags. Like the kid is an athlete. He's still young. He's not even 30. But teams are looking for excuses as to why they shouldn't pay him. And it's unfortunate that one of the best players in the league had to sign around the same time as I did. But I'm happy for him, man. I'm happy. I know that he loved Chicago. I know for a fact he did. And to go back to a place that you like, making $30 million a year it's not a bad gig. And he goes out there, does it again, and he can opt out and then put himself in a better market next year. Hopefully no networks fall apart again this year, and hopefully no pandemic happens, and owners maybe have more than single digit money to offer to players. And it's just hopefully he does it again, and we'll see what excuses they have for him next year.
I love that. Especially we had Tony Clark on yesterday. He's gonna watch this interview, and he's gonna just send it out to every player and be like, "This is what free agency is all about." So, for your honesty, thank you. I want to get a little more positive for you though now, since now you are a Dodger. First of all, your dog was running around. What's your dog's name?
Well, both of them were here. Now one of them left. The one here, his name is Bruce Wayne. We got Bruce Wayne on here, right? We got a mini golden doodle and mini labradoodle. This is the mini labradoodle. He was a lot darker when we got him, and my favorite movie is The Dark Knight, so I thought it was fitting for his name to be Bruce Wayne.
Okay, and the other one's name is
Arizona.
Ah, okay.
It's a long story short. I saw my wife for the first time in Arizona. I asked her the big question, and not the marry me, the first one that makes kids nervous when they're in elementary school. Hey, would you want to be my girlfriend? I asked her that in Arizona, and we got the dog in Arizona, so we were like, what do we name her? Arizona. We both liked it, and I was surprised that she did, and her name is Arizona. Or Nanas. Nanas, like my daughter calls her.
Okay. Nanas. I like it. Both great names for dogs. I named one of my dogs Noah, and then when you tell him no, you're like no, and he gets confused because like Noah, it was a bad decision. But
Yeah,
Yeah, why are you saying my name like
is a
that?
problem.
yeah, that you're like no, shit, that's can't no, oh damn it, and he thinks you're saying his
Dad,
name.
why
So
are
he
you
like looks around.
why are you saying my name so angry, dude?
Exactly. So great, you nailed the names. Okay, when are you going to suit up? When are we going to see you in the lineup for the Dodgers? When are we gonna see
Tomorrow
the tight
night.
pants? Tomorrow night. All right. Who's
Tomorrow
again?
night, center field against the Guardians. I think Cookie Carrasco pitches for them tomorrow.
You're not on the road, are you?
No, I thought we were on the road till this morning. Then my wife was like, "Hey, what are you talking about? That game's in Glendale." I was like, "Good to know." Yeah, Glendale it
Okay.
is.
Yeah, because you're too much of a veteran now to have great pants. So let's just make sure we stay
Well,
in the ranch.
I am a veteran, but look at the guys around the locker room. They're kind of on the same boat. Somebody needs to play on the road.
That's true. Okay, so if you do go to Goodyear, I did get a ticket going from Glendale to Goodyear in full uniform. So watch out, the cops will still give you a ticket in full uniform. So just be careful.
You didn't say you had to take a shit?
I literally said, I'm going to be late for the game. And the guy goes, are you a player or something? As I'm standing on the I-10, full uniform. I said, no, I just wanted to wear my uniform for fun. And he's like,
What
and
point
I'm
of your
like,
career
Ozzie
was
Ian is
this?
going to be pissed. On the 10
Oh, it
between
was early,
Glendale and
early. No, in your career, this was early then.
No, this was like 2010. So I don't know, 10 plus years in.
Okay. Well, towards the end, you started to look a little bit like a coach, so that's why I asked at what point of your career.
Hey, don't get mad because gray hair is intelligence coming out. Look at
Yeah.
I hear you. I got some here. I tell people it's a lot of playoff losses.
Oh,
Stress. Yeah.
Stress.
Hey, that's a good call. Did you see Ohtani just got married? Do you have a gift for him?
No. I mean, that's a great secret. He doesn't even wear a wedding band, but hey, good for him. He posted a
No, it
picture of his
literally
dog
just happened. Like I
in
think
the
yesterday.
corner.
He announced it today.
Yeah, I saw that. He got married yesterday?
Maybe they did the courthouse thing.
I don't know.
You know?
I mean, the message was in Japanese, and the only thing
True.
that wasn't in Japanese was the picture of his dog at the end in the little corner. I'm gonna ask him today, but I'm hoping he didn't marry his dog.
But what are you getting? What are you going to get him? He needs a gift.
Yeah, well, I should get him something nice, considering I'm making twice as much money as he is this year. So I
Yes,
should
you
get him
are.
something
That's
really
what I was
nice.
going to say.
Yeah.
I said, you got to take
Yeah.
him out to dinner. And that way, for the rest of life, after his contract's over, he'll take you out to dinner.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to spend a lot of money to go to Japan to go to dinner with him. So that's not gonna work out very well for me.
He might fly you there. Who knows?
Maybe.
That is true. That is
Hey,
true.
what did you go to the game yesterday? Did you see Yamamoto pitch yesterday?
No, I watched him on TV though.
I mean, Ohtani
Nasty.
went. I mean, be a good teammate. Go on the road when you're not playing like Ohtani and watch your guy pitch.
Shohei's his translator.
I thought it was.
That's good. Are those two gonna be like two peas in a pod? Like, and do you think it's good for Shohei too? I mean, he's going to a team that, hey, let's just be real. Like the Dodgers are a better run operation. They're also going to know how to like kind of show them off to the world in a different way. And you bring someone in who I think we've been told by like Adam Jones likes a little bit of flash, has funny lines with the media. He even said yesterday, Ohtani told him his outing was just so. Like, I think that shit's funny. I feel like he might bring more out of Ohtani and also probably make him more comfortable and perform even better than the video game level numbers that he's put up so far.
If that's even possible, but yeah, I mean, I look at it. I try to like put myself in their shoes. Like, if I'm going to Japan to play, like, and there's like multiple teams on me, but there's one team that has a buddy of mine there, that's already like a priority for me. Like, I'm going to a foreign country for the first time. Like, I don't speak the language. If I can have a buddy on that team, like that could be very important for me. So, I mean, for him to have Shohei there, and they can feed off each other, and they'll never feel lonely. we have two translators. I hear Yamamoto's massage guy can also massage other players, so that's huge. I'm
Yeah.
excited for that. I'm excited. Yeah. So I'm getting older now, as teams told me. So I'm all for the massage guy.
That's actually a huge perk.
That is that and the oranges in the background. Huge perks of you staying in Arizona for spring training.
Ornamental. They're only great for jelly, and but they look great. They look great. I show people, hey, I got oranges. I got a shit ton of oranges. You want some? They're
You can
sour
throw 'em.
shit, but you can go for them. Yeah.
Throw them at your neighbors' houses. They'll never
Yeah.
know it's you.
Never.
They will, because
The neighborhood he lives in, the houses are so far apart, he can't throw it that far.
No chance. I live in the normal people side.
Dude, Kike, awesome catching up with you. Congrats on going back to LA. Go get yourself a title too. We're excited to watch this team in spring training and then the regular season. Good luck in the debut tomorrow, and then we'll catch you in a few weeks.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me again.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.